Thank you for being here. I'm very much feeling like the love tonight, and our community, we're really lucky to have each other, especially during these times. We really show up for each other, and right now it's just like we just need to love on each other and have as much joy and fun as we can. So thank you. And with that, this whole body of work really started from an invitation I received from Megan Murphy. Thank you, Megan. She reached out to me kind of randomly. We weren't really close friends. We were more acquaintances. I usually would serve her at Two Sisters Bakery, her and her family. And she reached out to me in a message that just said, hey, I have this idea and I'm going to be writing this book and I'm looking for some imagery. Would you like to come along on this journey and make paintings or artwork for my book? And I was like, full body, yes, but my head was like, no, I can't do that. Like I was full on in, mother parenting and work mode. And I had not been creating any art. And I just felt like I was having that push and pull between like what my heart is saying versus what my mind is saying. And so the whole point of this book she's written is to get us into this place where we are back in our hearts and we're, doing things that help us tap into this more intuitive side of our lives. And there's so much in the book that she's coming back the end of the month to actually sit down and do a reading and really talk about the writing, because that's not really mine, that's hers. And so she'll share a lot about that. Megan's work is also very much inspired by an Indigenous elder named Ilarian Merculia, who's an Unagan elder. She reached out to him to let him know that her writing has been very much inspired by his work, which is very spiritual. It's really about getting into the heart. And she reached out to him just to let him know, like, you've been so much of an inspiration to me. And he generously wrote the foreword to her book. And he will be coming here on May 24th with her and me, and we're going to have a book reading in the gallery to just sit and talk and share things. So if you can come to that, hope you can. The other thing about this book is it's not here today. We thought when we put our application in for this exhibit, we thought the timelines were lining up. But as things are in the world, it's delayed. So the book will be here soon. I was hoping to have a place to collect emails, but we'll let people know when the book's available for purchase. The book also has this oracle deck. It's a companion to the book, and it's all the artwork and her writing. So it'll be cool to see it, because I haven't actually got to read the book in a book like format. Megan would send me chapters as she was writing, and I would just create images. So each one of these is based off of a chapter in the book. And it was a cool process because it allowed me to just lean back into my kind of the artist that I was like not finding the time to nurture. And it was like her writing was guiding me in a way that this all just sort of came out. So it was a nice project to be a part of and to collaborate with somebody and to feel like I was supported. And like we would do these check-ins and share what I had been working on and what she was writing. And it was just this really great relationship we developed on FaceTime. Like I haven't even seen Megan in person since we started this project like over 2 years ago. So with that, basically the book is kind of separated into 12 month chapters, and then another there's the card deck is these other like oracle cards. I'm saying this wrong. The chakra cards at the end of the book. So there's 24 paintings. And is that right? 24 chapters? I have to look at my notes. But so each one of these images is the beginning of a section of the book. And so where else do I want to go? Each painting really stands alone. You can interpret them however you want. I know after the heavy day of like taking down Jenny's show, hanging the show, I know Rochelle walked in and was like, well, this is like a celebration of life. And I'm like, well, yeah, I guess it kind of is. It's just, yeah, it's like, this is what I love to make. I like color. I like saturated, like line work. I like to use the process of making art. I love to like use that intuition, that time and space to kind of just like forget about a lot of things and let the other things happen. For me, it can feel healing. It can feel like I'm just like processing all the junk that like I don't even know I'm holding on to in my body. This painting was a painting that kind of I worked on. It's not part of the actual book, but it was something that I would work on while I was working on the smaller pieces. And like if I had to pick out one thing in this show that really is like me and what I love, I would say it's this here. It's like this just, I don't know, free flowing, just like bursts of energy or spirit. I titled it Regeneration, just thinking about soil and earth and growth and how we, I don't know, energy, like how something can make you feel. And I mean, I know some people will be like, what? Okay, but this is me, you know, like this is it. But, you know, we're all weird and all artists do different things, and this is my thing. So, but this feels like, I feel it like coming out of my soul, my heart center, this work. Yeah, so I don't really want to talk too much about every detail because I feel like it's just, it's for you to soak up and enjoy. And there's so much in this book, like I can't even go there, Megan, tonight, like about the pieces and parts. Megan has discovered her intuitive gift as a clairaudience, where she's a scientist. She's so many things, but she discovered that she has this ability to receive information in other ways, which our culture does not. We don't really celebrate these types of things in our culture, these intuitive gifts that, you know, people will be like, yeah, that's really woo-woo. But for whatever it's worth, like she's utilizing so much different information in her writings that I can't wait for you to pick up the book and like just experience it and take what you want from it, or, you know, or not, or whatever. Yes, Carla.
Can you share more about your process for creating each image, and kind of along those lines?
Yeah.
Are you planning the image?
Okay, yeah.
The chapter, or are you?
Yep. So it's a mix. Some of these paintings are some of these. Can you give me some water? Sorry, I'm like sticking. Some of these paintings, I would read the chapter and I would just immediately like get a visual. I'm like, okay, this is what I want it to be. I would sometimes use photo references or take pictures and like layer on my drawings and do it. Thank you so much. And like kind of utilize this more graphicness, because I knew it was going to be used in a book, which I've never done anything for a book before. So I was playing around with like, how would this look shrunk down into this like oracle deck, or how would it look printed in a book? So I was kind of volleying back and forth between like some more graphic imagery and then the more abstract, just like free flowing, like the piece in the middle, the green and the heart, you know, the cocoon, some of those things I just would put down color and just kind of see what popped out of them. So it's a mix of those things. This project was great because it just helped me just I don't know, tap back into like paint again. I'm like, oh, I'm so excited for like, to maybe like, okay, let's try some less tight things and some pastel colors. I don't know. It was just a good process. I'm really happy to be on this other side of it and to share something with everybody because it's been a long time and yeah, it feels really nice to finally put something out there for you all to see. So.
It's an absolutely stunning body of work and very moving. And thinking about where you are in this process and okay, this is a completed body of work. How will it propel you forward?
I mean, I have things started at home, you know, yeah, so it's just, there were some pieces I didn't quite finish for this and I was worried I was like thinking, because these look so small and I would finish things and kind of pack them away because I have a hard time looking at things after I make them. And I thought I didn't have enough stuff. And once me and Asia laid this out, I was like, so there's some pieces that aren't finished and in a way I'm like, they didn't quite fit into this. So I think it'll just continue on with the next thing. I also like have this interest where like I really want to try or get involved with a mural. I just want to like do something really big and like take something on maybe in one of these paintings or design something differently and play around with how to do that. So taking it to the next step, like breaking out of the little paint box. Yeah. Is there any other questions?
Did Megan talk about how your work that you accepted would influence her writing?
What was that?
Did Megan talk about how your paintings would influence her writing?
We didn't really, we just like, yeah, I mean, we were both always volleying ideas kind of around, but she was very trusting of me. And I'd be like, oh, you know, but she's like, she just like, basically whatever I was making, she just was like good with. So that was nice. It was like, you weren't really critical. You were really nice to work with. I think she sort of was really focused on her writing and she just sort of was like, you want to do this? Great. I trust you. So it came together as this thing. So it's really beautiful and it's really nice to collaborate with people and it's really nice to have this thing that's going to be this book and that's going to continue on. So it's, yeah, all these different ways it can move in the world. Yeah. Anybody else?
Can you talk a little bit about your color palette? It's very different than what I'm used to seeing.
Really? With my stuff?
Yeah.
I feel like this is,
yellow,
I feel like,
orange and.
okay, I feel like this is the palette I'm always drawn to, but I really just love like this saturated, bold, my favorite color is kind of the dark Prussian blue. It's just, again, I'm just like going with like my gut when I make a lot of this stuff. This doesn't really answer.
It's a hard question.
Yeah. Yeah. I was kind of conscious of like, okay, I'm gonna try a painting that doesn't have that dark blue, because I want, usually everything will have this like dark blue thing happening, and it's just like, you know, you have our things that are just like comfortable that we go to. But I had more fun, like some of the bigger pieces, like just like the drips and the, you know, just kind of starting to break out of the tight line and stuff, so. Yeah.
It's such a gift. Thank you for sharing it with us.
Thank
And you know, I keep looking at that painting and seeing the resemblance. There's little pieces of all of the others in that painting, and it just kind of ties it all together. And the fact that that's you
Yeah.
is a really beautiful. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you for pointing that out. Anybody else?
It's like the portal, isn't it? Like the portal.
You can go in there.
But you have to read the book.
But I just encourage everybody to come back if you can when Megan's her book is, it's just, there's so much helpful information And with Valerian being here too, it'll be a really special gathering, which right now I feel like just getting together in this space has been really powerful. But now, like, again, like, thank you to this space, because I can't even tell you the meaningful people I have met here, the real humans I have met here, the conversations, the way that we all come in here, and no matter what has happened in our lives, even if it's like tragedy and whatever, like, we come here and we hold each other in this like beautiful space. And I'm really grateful for this community and for Bunnell. So, yeah.
We're grateful for you.
Thank you.